subscribers. So before we go to the whiteboard to show you guys exactly how to troubleshoot, I'm going to show you the piece of equipment that you're going to want. So this is the Klein toner. This is the VDV 500 123 right there. Don't bother buying this set for 50. Buy this set for 80. I'm going to show you why you're going to want this set. So we're going to turn this on. We're going to go ahead and dial this up. You can see the light there. If I disconnect this, you're going to see we're going to lose our ground. So it might be a little bit loud. Okay, so you can see where that's kind of flashing. We're going to dial this down. And we're going to wait till we get a light. See, we're getting that pulsing light right there. We're getting that pulsing light. If I take this ground off, we're going to lose this pulsing light because I undid the ground. So the first thing you're going to want to do is tie this to a good ground. Use an extension cord, whatever you can do. You can see where I lost that light as soon as I unplugged the ground. Go buy this set, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So we're going to go over here. Now, this is what we're going to do. Let me see if I can back this up one more click. Yeah, so this is your house. All right. This could be your door. You're going to have plugs here. I think this is what the email mentioned. I think this is the layout that you had. And what you found was that these three plugs worked. These plugs did not. So if these three plugs work, chances are your wire's going like this and it's feeding your receptacles here. And you probably have a backstabbed plug. These are plugs, so this is a receptacle. Those are receptacles. That's what those are. So chances are, if these plugs don't work, you probably got a break in your line on the back here where these wires here are off. And there's a couple of ways how am I supposed to fix that. So if you have power here, but you don't have power to these receptacles here, chances are is that this plug here is no longer able to feed. You can see where you're getting your power from here to there to there. So what you can do, you're going to open up the receptacle where you lost power. If you got power on this side and all of a sudden you don't have power over here, you're going to open up this box. And what you're going to see inside that box, you have two Romexes coming in. All right. You're going to have a hot and you're going to have a neutral. I'm not going to draw the grounds for now. You have a hot and a neutral. Hot, neutral, right? They're going to be tied to the side screws of this receptacle here. One side's your neutral, one side is your hot. These wires are landed here. Those wires are landed there inside of this box. Chances are on the back side of the plug, some of these wires are going to be hanging out. So what you can do, Bro's diagrams are the reason behind every electrical fire. Yeah. So what you can do is test for power where your wire's coming in to verify that you've got power. Gold, hot, silver, neutral. Yeah, thank you, sir. Fixing to grab a receptacle right now. I think I have one in this drawer. I don't think I have one in this drawer. Bummer. Hang on. Thought I had a plug in there. Wow, I really thought I had one in the drawer. Here's one here. Here's one here. So, on these plugs on the back side, you've got silver screws neutral, brass is hot. No doubt I was probably using this for a demonstration. That's why it's so loose. Don't be alarmed, right? Small ones always your hot, bigger ones always your neutral. That's how you kind of know brass is hot. Chances are when they plugged the wire in back here, wasn't making good contact. No, he's a plumber. Yeah, I'm an electrical inspector. So, but not just electrical. I mean, I've been inspecting for 7 years, but technically a welder too if you short something out. Yeah. I worked for the same electrical company for 10 years, and then I did troubleshooting and all kinds of stuff, infrared, you name it. I've done it all for electrical, industrial. Since it's CUAL connection, won't the resistance be different? No, not really. It's not gonna matter enough. The resistance that you're talking about isn't enough to drop any amount of voltage over that short of a distance. No, it wouldn't need to be stepped down. So CUAL means that CU is copper, AL is aluminum. So it says no AL, so that's crossed out, and then CU is okay. So not for aluminum. This is not a Coalar device. And Coalar would be CO, AL would be aluminum, and then R is the revision of how many times it took them to get this right. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Let's go back to the diagram here. So inside this plug, get your hot and neutrals coming in. Separate your wires just like this. Pull the device out. Make sure power's off, of course, even though you don't have power here. Go turn power off. Pull this plug out. Get your wires separated. Carefully go turn back on the breaker. Would a spark igniter work similar to a trigger if the actual ignition chamber itself was full of flammable explosives? I want to make a Would a spark igniter work to a trigger if the actual ignition chamber itself was full of flammable explosives? Yes, it would. Yeah, spark igniter is several thousand volts. So you would need special insulation though on your wire that feeds a spark igniter. Looked at the phone and seen Tactics have midnight light stream. It's like 10:12 here. Okay, so pull the device out, check your voltage. This is requested from somebody. I get a bunch of emails, man. Oh, speaking of emails, somebody wants to send me a $270 40-volt lawnmower. So we're going to probably going to accept it, man. I haven't accepted anything to show you guys for like almost 6 months now. So we're going to try the 40-volt lawnmower. But you're going to take the receptacle out. You're going to check here. Get your multimeter out. All right. If we have 120 volts here, hot to neutral, on your multimeter, you know you got power coming in. Also, don't forget your ground. Go hot to ground as well. So go hot to neutral, hot to ground, verify you got 120. Then jumper these together with wire nuts. It goes in over here. That's a neutral. We'll just change it. There we go, neutral. Take your hots over here, put a wire nut on them, and see if you get power over here. You need a whole Ryobi shed. This is like Badger Power or something. Yeah, don't backstab the receptacle. So yeah, backstabbing is bad. Don't use these holes. Pigtail, and even this is bad, where you got separate wires. You're better off making a pigtail than doing separate wires, because if one of these gets loose, you lose your whole circuit. If you pigtail and you bring them all together like this, and then you get your wire nut, and then you got one going to your device. This would be like the box, right? And then you do the same thing to where you got one wire going to one of those, but it's jumpered to both different wires here. That's how you do it. So you're better off taking both of your hots and pigtailing one off than you are even doing this. Last box I saw was pink, not purple. Oh, nice. So, sound like a lucky man. So, now, I think also in another room, so that was the living room that person mentioned. Now, on the email, they got another issue where they actually can't get a circuit to turn on. Breaker trips instantly. This was in the den. Mentioned there's a fireplace for whatever reason. I think they had plugs here. And the light's out as well. There's a switch here on the wall. And I think the door was here. So if your switch is out as well as your lights, chances are, yeah, you got a ground short. You could have a lot of different things going on. Chances are, if you've got metal boxes, which you mentioned you did, chances are this screw on the hot side is making contact with one of the boxes on the side. I've had a weird scenario. You didn't mention if you had a patio, but if you have a patio here and you got a plug outside, that's a GFCI. I've seen this once. The GFCI internally shorted and they went through the wall to get this plug and they jumpered onto the rest of the circuit for the house. And the GFCI internally ruined the whole circuit. That took me about 2 hours to find some lady's house a couple of years ago. So make sure you don't have anything squirrely going on. There's a really good chance if you do see where you've got 2 wires coming in, but you got 3 on one of the boxes, just start disconnecting wires and trying to find out, which is going to bring me to what I would recommend you doing. So this is what I would do. You want to cut the circuit in half. So we're going to imagine the power coming into this switch box. And I'm not going to go ahead and draw the light or anything, but just imagine the power going around the room like this. Okay. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just go to a box, open it up. So inside this box, we bring this box down here. And we're looking in this box. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to separate the wires. Just like this. Which will look like this. We're going to stop the connection point. We're going to bring it out like this and not connect them. Then you're going to go turn the power on. And then with this disconnected, you can check the rest of this circuit with your multimeter using continuity, which would be, I can show you how to do that too. I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. That's a hockey rink, sir. Yeah. So once you break the circuit in half, if the power turns on, then you know that everything up to this point is good. Then you can break the circuit in half again. And if the power turns on, you know these receptacles are good. Then you make this back up, and you make this back up, and chances are it's going to be this receptacle, or this could be going to another room. But I always try to break this circuit in half. Especially when you got a short, breakers won't turn on, things like that. Just break into a half, break that into a quarter, break that into an eighth, break into a 16th, whatever you got to do, keep working towards, just picture linearly, just plugs in a line. Got plugs in a line. Cut it in half. If this turns on, you know you're good. Hell, you could run an extension cord just to this side and plug this side into the extension cord and see if that turns on to figure it out faster. That's just what you got to do. So that's what I'd recommend to do. The way you're going to check continuity would be like this. Any multimeter will work. Oops. Come on. Go here to ohms. Touch these two together, you're going to hear it beep. So if something's touching each other, we got this wire here and we're touching here, you're going to get a beep. You can pretty much go around and ring out your plugs and see what's connected to each other using a multimeter. It's a whiteboard and a code book kind of night. That's the best meter, the T5600. Yeah, man, it's hard to beat this meter. It's so good. This meter is always pretty much going to work for you. It's got standard batteries. Doesn't use 9 volts. It uses double A's right there. 2 double A's, which is another reason why this is superior to a lot of other toners, because it doesn't use a 9 volt. And this doesn't use a 9 volt. This also uses triple A's. So if you go to a customer's house and you've only got 9 volts that powers your toners, the chances of a customer having a 9 volt for you when you're out in the sticks or boonies away from supply houses or Home Depots, or you're 30 minutes out, it's the difference of you making money in your job or not. Because these things always seem to be out of battery when you need them. One of your controllers died. What battery to fix it? What controller? Best part about this meter is really good for pocket electricians, man. This thing fits right in your back pocket. Forklift. Shockwaves or impulse grenades. I've got ADHD. I'm going to go with the impulse grenades for sure. Forklift, by the way. Forklift controller that charges it. Is it 480? There's so many things that could be wrong with your forklift controller. What's up, Kansas? What's up, Jamie? Sorry I haven't acknowledged anybody. I was trying to get through this troubleshooting thing. Somebody emailed me a question, and it's a little bit easier for me to make a video than it is for me to sit and type on email what the potentials could be. But one of the most important things to do is to attach this to an actual ground, like I showed you at the very beginning of this video, and then tone off of the light. I've got some really good videos about this. You should check them out if you don't know how to use this. Too late for one. So, yeah, so that was the den. That was the, now they also mentioned about arc fault breakers and stuff. Sounds like your house is probably old enough to where you're not going to need arc fault breakers. And I wouldn't recommend trying to make them work in a house that is that old anyway. Oil up. There's a lot of moderators in here, man. Don't ban him just for saying oil up. Wait until I'm flattered. What's going on, Big Red? I installed some arc fault breakers. The thing with arc fault breakers, oil up sugar, baby. So, arc faults in a nutshell. They're kind of just counting, right? So that's your panel, bus bars, whatever. You've got hot coming out, neutral returning, neutral, hot, okay. Got a light bulb. Light bulb's 1 amp. 1 amp goes in. 1 amp comes out. This thing's happy, and it's not sensing a difference. Older houses are, good luck. Older houses are possibly sharing neutrals to where you could have another light bulb over here doing 1 amp, but it wasn't fed by the same breaker. It was fed by a different breaker, but it was sharing the neutral. And now we're adding 1 amp off of this light, 1 amp off of here. So when you go into this room and you turn on the light switch, it's going to see that extra amp and turn off the circuit. So if you've got a situation where you can't get an arc fault to hold, and as soon as you turn on the light, just hang it up. Don't even try to fix it, because you're going to have to rewire the whole house to make it work for the most part. Who's behind me? No one? Check out my banner. Milwaukee banner. Oh, and then I bought the wrong thing today. This needed to be a female to plug into here. I needed this end here. So I'm still playing figure out the microphone. I thought I heard something. Nice. You probably did. Could be my wife behind me in the kitchen or something. It's a ghost in the shell. Think about baseball, it helps. So, yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Same. Do you usually have that issue when you have that issue? Sancho splash. Nice. It's classy. So that's about all I got. What's going on, Diligent Dave? I had a request from somebody, emailed me, and figured I'd make him a video on how to troubleshoot, break the circuit in half. Mob me in, I'm gay, please. I don't think I will. Just ask for an old banner from your rep. Ha, I don't have a Milwaukee rep. Milwaukee's cool and all, man. I don't know if I don't know what I like more. I like the 12 volts because they're strong. But I think DeWalt still has it going on with the power stack batteries. The power stack batteries are too freaking small, man. Just do it, mod me. The power stack batteries are too good, man. They're so tiny. It's 20 volts. It's hard to justify a 12 volt tool when these things are kicking around. Which is why we picked this up. This is a 12 volt tool. But it makes sense for this because this was never going to be that powerful. So even a 20 volt one of these isn't that powerful. So it makes sense to go 12 volt for something like this. But that's about it. once you got a battery this small. On the fence again. Oh, you hit him. Why'd you hide him? I wonder if they'll ever make 12-volt stack lithium. If they did, it would revitalize their 12-volt platform for sure. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine having 12 volts of stack lithium, man? That'd be pretty sweet. Compact or subcompact, that's the only way to go. Oasis or Blur? I don't know. How many A batteries does it take to get the power of a power stack? Let's find out. 1.5 is a battery. So most batteries are 1.5. So like a 9-volt battery is 6 batteries. So how many AA batteries would it take? Can we use the lithium AA batteries? Bruh. Guess we'll say Blur. There you go. Yeah, the batteries are small, man. That'd be cool if they went stacked though. That'd be cool. 12-volt looked pretty impressive on Soul's video. Imagine it with stacked lithium. Yeah. This is my problem with this. This clip right here. See it where it digs into my hand right here? It's not a very safe design. Tools of Soul says to use my left hand, just in case, Jewel gets away from me or something. But it's still going to attack your hand. If this thing torques or does something, that clip is kind of close to my finger. I don't really like it. They're definitely better off with the clips down here, kind of like the Walt did. Those clips are money. You like those clips, Kansas? Yeah, I hate the grip of the M12. Hard to deny some of the power though that they give you. The best power to weight ratio in a 12-volt line, hands down, is why we went back with M12. Dad, imagine your hands cover the whole. This is like Soul's using a drill, man. He just grabs it right here and uses his index finger on the trigger. The boat clips are they're okay. They're better than they're getting better. I like it. They're at least rounded now. The one before this, it was at an angle, and it was kind of sharp. The Brush M12 have a better grip than the Fuel. That's, well, maybe. It's been a minute since I held a brushed. Keep your finger off the trigger. Yeah, trigger discipline, guys. I made M12 look tiny. Nice. You guys want to see something cool? This is from Harbor Freight. So this is the 4800 series. Fits perfect. Exactly 18 inches interior. BRF. Like any 12-volt Milwaukee. Bro, I'm from India. What's up, man? Welcome. So anyway, that's it for the troubleshooting. Figured to make a video. It's easier to make a video than it is to try to type on email and all the different situations and stuff. So you have the DeWalt ratchet too, yeah. So just to recap, right? These are all your plugs in your house. There's a door. And all your wires going like this. Try cutting the circuit in half and then seeing what works. Reconnect it, break it back in half. Reconnect it, break it back in half until you figure out what's working and what's not. Pretty simple. Just takes a little bit of patience. So, the whiteboard. All right, well, maybe we get a sub. That guy, I don't even know who that was that emailed me. Oh, they're not one of the regulars. So hopefully that helps them out. You're gonna get people in your house. They're gonna tell you they need to do troubleshooting. They're gonna try to sell you a service plan. You're gonna be a minimum of $500. You get somebody reputable that's wearing a uniform in your house. They're gonna try to charge you $500 to start troubleshooting. Then probably $100 for every hour they're out there. Nice, Troy. Sounds like you got some experience. New mic, it's just the phone, man. It's hard to beat a Fold 5 or not a Flip 5 mic, regular mic. He made you do it while you were bending over. Got him. Drop the OF, yeah. Smith, you guys go together. Nice. All right, so appreciate all the support. Hopefully that helps you guys out. At least save you probably $500 in the minimum. Where are we going? I wouldn't do that, Hayden, man. Hang in there, buddy. It gets better. If you want to talk, dude, email me. conductivewood@gmail.com. CONDUCTIVE wood@gmail.com. Had a pretty low last year, man. Had to throw away everything I've ever owned and restart life. So, gets better. Yeah, even if you're joking, man. We're supposed to encourage people. Yeah. I look like Riley King. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, man. I know I need to go shave. Help decrease the surplus population. Dang. So, anyway. If you end up asleep with your dad, consider your actions. Bro, that's some motivation right there, man. Clearly you got people that love you. Went to the dentist last week to get a haircut, yeah. Nice. Goodness, these trolls. Man, he wasn't that bad of a troll. Someone don't hide Troy Smith, man. He didn't say anything bad. He's just being funny. All right, guys. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys. Yep, lots of trolls. We'll see you guys later. See you.